Hello guys, my name is Shrish. So a lot of us these days have been binge watching a lot of web shows or web series, TV shows and movies these days thanks to the quarantine period. And now there are basically two categories of people here. One category is where people are actually paying for these OTT services like Netflix, Amazon Prime and Disney Plus Hotstar. And the other category is where people are actually relying solely on torrents, and that of course has no money involved and it has its own advantages. We'll talk about that later. In this video I'll try comparing the content and pricing of the three most popular OTT services, which are Netflix, Hotstar and Amazon Prime Video, and collectively I'll also compare these OTT services to torrents and why exactly, despite torrents being banned in India, torrents are actually so popular, and what are the things that these OTT platforms are kind of messing around with and that's not really going pretty much very well. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into this. So starting off with Netflix. Now Netflix is the costliest OTT service in the list, which has its plans starting from 199 rupees a month going all the way up to 799 rupees a month. Now honestly, the 199 rupees plan, although it might seem cheap, it makes no sense, and it is the most expensive plan because of the benefits that you're getting are pretty pathetic. For example, you do not get 720p or 1080p for your Netflix. You are just restricted with 480p content, and along with that you only get one screen, meaning two people cannot view Netflix at the same time on the same account. And then there's the obvious disadvantage of plan just being mobile only, which means that you cannot use this particular plan on your desktop or your laptop or your smart TV, which kind of sucks. Now when it comes to content, in my opinion, Netflix only shines in the web shows or web series department. When it comes to movie catalog, Netflix is kind of average, or to be honest, a little bit below average. That's a hot take, but I'll take that. But yes, that's a rant for some different video. But despite all of this, Netflix is the best play to go for if you want to watch web series or web shows. So yes, I would only recommend Netflix to people who are much into web series and nothing else, because in terms of movies and stuff, Netflix isn't really that much good. Now coming to Disney Plus Hotstar. Now Disney Plus Hotstar is the cheapest one on the list, and I think this is something a lot of Indians love. Now prime reason for why Disney Plus Hotstar is so popular and most subscribed platform in India is firstly the pricing. Now the plans in Disney Plus Hotstar start from $399 a year, like a year, 399 rupees a year, and they also have a premium plan which is for international content. It goes to around 1499 rupees if I'm not wrong. Again, that's a yearly subscription as well. And when you look at content, now Disney Plus Hotstar is exactly the opposite of what Netflix is. There is a clear scarcity of web series when it comes to Disney Plus Hotstar. Yeah, they're improving. The recent addition of Special Ops is a prime example of that, but still they're not really up to the level of Netflix, and I think it might take them 4 to 5 years to kind of compete with Netflix and Amazon Prime when it comes to web series department. But when it comes to sports and movies and regional content, Disney Plus Hotstar is really great, and for the price of $399 a year, I don't think of anything as good as this. The 399 rupees plan is something that I would definitely recommend if you are into Indian TV shows or Indian web series, just few Indian web series and movies. That's more important. Because of the addition of Disney Plus, Hotstar has been going pretty wild when it comes to movie selection and movie catalog, and I'm absolutely loving the platform right now. Now let's talk about Amazon Prime Video. Now Amazon Prime Video is my personal favorite. Firstly, because of the pricing and the benefits that you get. Firstly, you do have one standard plan which is 129 rupees a month, and there's also the early plan which kind of provides you with much more value. It is for 999 a year, which isn't really that much bad. So over here you get access to all the content. It may be domestic or national content or international content, whatever you like to call it. There's a lot of regional content in here. In fact, the regional content is one of the reasons why a lot of people actually buy Amazon Prime, because they can share their Amazon Prime account with their family as well. Then the movie catalog is great, obviously, and Netflix doesn't even stand close when it comes to movie catalog of Amazon Prime. Yes, the web series department is not something that Amazon Prime has kind of excelled in yet, but yeah, they're trying really hard, and you can see them. They've produced some great shows in the past, and I do feel that a lot of these shows or a lot of these web shows are kind of underrated and often don't really get a lot of spotlight. So yeah, in my opinion, Amazon Prime subscription is something that you can blindly go for. It's totally worth it. I've been using it for a couple of months now and I'm pretty satisfied. Yeah, obviously it's not as trendy as Netflix, but again, you're not paying a lot of price for that. And to be honest, the movie selection and movie catalog and the regional content that you get on Amazon Prime, it makes Amazon Prime better than Netflix especially for that price. And now let's jump into torrents. So obviously there is the clear advantage that torrents are free of cost. But there are certain disadvantages, and these are the disadvantages that have affected me in the past, and that's the reason I'm actually making this video as well. So firstly, security issues. Now I know a lot of you guys tend to ignore the security issues, but let me share my side of the story here. So I was using torrents pretty heavily a couple of years back. I think this was just before torrents got banned in India. And I was using torrents and my PC got infected with ransomware. Most of you guys might know about ransomware. So basically all my files were encrypted, and the hacker or the person who had planted ransomware in my PC was asking for some sort of amount. It was in Bitcoin. So I did lose all my data, all my pictures, and I'm thankful to this date that my Google account or the YouTube account through which I am uploading this video and my banking details were not really linked to my PC back then, or else I would have been in deep trouble. And that's the moment when I kind of started moving away from torrents to a great extent. Again, if you still prefer torrents, I'm no one to judge you. I can totally understand that. Because yeah, there are obvious disadvantages of these OTT services as well, which we'll talk about later. And then there is the obvious disadvantage of availability. Now let's say you're not really searching for something that's pretty much trending. You're searching for a movie that was released back in 2000s or early 2000s. And that movie, even if you find that, firstly, it will be really difficult to find that particular movie on torrent. Even if you find that, it will be really difficult to have a lot of active seeders on that particular torrent. And if there are no seeders or less number of seeders, it might even take you an eternity to download that particular movie. That's unlike these OTT platforms. If the OTT platform has it, then you're going to get it with the exact same speed, exact same convenience. And that's the whole point. And now let's look at why exactly do people still prefer torrenting over these OTT platforms. Like, if we look at Hotstar and Amazon Prime Video, then they are kind of, not that much expensive if you compare that to Netflix. But still people do prefer torrents, and there are multiple reasons for that. First one being selective freedom. Now if you look at torrent, you go to torrent, you search for whichever web series or TV show that you want to download, you download it, and that's about it. And let's assume that the risk of security or the disadvantages are kind of the price that you pay for Netflix. Even then, you're just paying the price for only one web series or one web show that you truly want to download. On the other hand, when it comes to these paid OTT services, you'll have to essentially pay for the movies or TV shows that you're not really interested in as well. For example, let's just assume you just like Stranger Things, and that's the only reason why you want to buy Netflix. Now, buying Netflix subscription only for one particular series might be extremely expensive. So in that case, torrent is an easy option. You obviously pay the price of lack of security and convenience, but that's just about one web series that you want to watch. So what I'm trying to say here is that even if you want to watch selective web shows or TV shows or movies, you'll actually have to pay for other movies or web shows that you're not really interested in. And while this issue may not be as much prominent on Disney Plus, Hotstar and Amazon Prime because their pricing within itself is pretty low, but when it comes to Netflix's price are actually pretty high. So it makes a lot of sense when it comes to Netflix solely. And just for your reference, this is the exact same mistake our DTH providers used to do. Back in the days, we had to pay for the channels which we didn't even care to watch on our TVs. So that's just the same case in these OTT platforms as well. Secondly, all these web shows or movies are actually pretty much scattered on multiple platforms. For example, you have Stranger Things, which is only available on Netflix, and then there's Young Sheldon, which is only available on Amazon Prime. Now let's say if you like both of these series, so in that case, you will have to pay for both Amazon Prime and Netflix. And while on surface, it may not look extremely expensive, but when you tally down, let's say Disney Plus Hotstar plus Amazon Prime Video and Netflix, you're spending 11,000 plus rupees every single year. And this is just the standard Disney Plus Hotstar membership. I haven't really added the premium subscription or the international content subscription for Hotstar. So you just get it. Because the web shows and movies are actually scattered on multiple platforms, it makes it really expensive to spend money on all of these platforms. So if in case you want to completely switch to these OTT platforms, then you will have to pay for multiple platforms, and that can be really expensive. See, the best solution is to bundle up these services with your internet providers. For example, Airtel has got this recharge for its cellular or prepaid customers, where if you recharge your Airtel SIM card with the rupees 349, you are getting Amazon Prime subscription along with your standard recharge for 28 days, and that makes a lot of sense. Similarly, they have certain offers for their broadband service as well. And I think other platforms and other broadband providers or internet providers also stick to this tactic, or start using this particular tactic. Why would anyone go for torrents, right? Who doesn't want the convenience that we get with these OTT platforms? Like, yeah, they are pretty much great, and even people who are into torrents can agree on that. So yeah, that was it. That was something I wanted to talk about from a very long time. Now do note that I'm not trying to offend anyone who is using torrents, or I'm not even trying to promote piracy in this particular video. This was just my viewpoint on the entire scenario. Most of the people who are using torrents are kind of forced to use torrents because of the mistakes that these OTT platforms are doing right now. So yeah, that is it for this particular video. I hope this video helped you in some way or the other. If it did, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.